welcome to my garden. Today I wanted to tackle weeding the little front garden bed, but it seems to be infested with, I don't know if it's a creeping buttercup. I don't know what it is, but it's really in there. So what I decided to do is give it a soak and let it sit for a while and then see if that helps loosen up the roots. And I'll have to work on something else. This yarrow because it was supposed to be red and it's just turned to white. This garden I call my Mother's Day garden. It was made about 8 or 9 years ago on Mother's Day. Right now I'm pulling out white yarrow. It was supposed to be red, but it turned out to be white, so I didn't want that in there. The other aggressive plant that I'm going to pull out is Campanula punctata. Another common name is long-flowered harebell and cherry bells. It's a perennial that is native to Siberia, China, and Japan. If you plan to grow it, please note it can spread aggressively, and I can attest that it is spreading aggressively. I pull it out every year. I think I've got it all, and it keeps on showing up. The other weed that I have really tried to get rid of in this garden is grass, and I thought I got rid of it last year, and I haven't. It just keeps growing back, and I don't know what to do about it, but other than keep pulling it out. I mean, last year I took shovelfuls out and put brand new dirt in, and it is so hard to get rid of. Anyone have any ideas? Let me know. I came back here to check on how the soil was doing, and it was more workable due to the hose running for a while, and I got to work on this area. Creeping buttercups are poisonous. The plants contain a chemical which, when crushed or chewed, becomes toxic. It's bitter-tasting oil that irritates the mucous membranes of the gastrointestinal tract and is poisonous to horses, cats, and dogs. I'm wearing gardening gloves to keep any oil off my skin, and I'm also wearing my gardening shirt to keep the sun off my arms, but also will help protect me against the oil from the buttercup. Well, I worked for a few hours yesterday and I got so hot, I got a headache, so I gave up and I'm back at it again this morning. It's about 9:30 and it's already 25 degrees, which is pretty hot. So I'm just going to keep on weeding and trying to get this garden cleaned up because I have a bunch of plants I want to put in it, but I'm fighting that creeping buttercup flower, which seems to be hard to get out. So here I go. Last fall, I had prepared this area to start planting this spring. I cleaned every weed out of there. I had mulched it, and I thought I was ready to go. And then, to my surprise, when I came back from my vacation to visit family, it was infested with this buttercup. This is a pink diamond hydrangea. It gets quite tall. But I'm going to limb it up so that there is more room for planting underneath. Because it's just shading out everything under here. So I'm going to be quite brutal. Take it off. Now I can get in, clean it out, and plant it up with what I want in there, which is more sun-loving. I want some catmint. I've got aegeum. I've got some delphinium. There's already roses, lilies. They were planted this spring, so I'm hoping that they bloom this year. Fingers crossed. Right now I've got the water on this area because it's so dry. It's hard to get the roots out, so even though I've pulled the top off of the weed, I can't get the roots out. I need to soften up the ground. So while that goes on, I'm going to dump out this huge wheelbarrow full of weeds. Well, I've been working for about 2 days on and off, taking breaks. I think I got heat stroke yesterday. Today I did a bit more work, and I'll show you how far I've come. This is the second wheelbarrow that I've been working on. But anyways, I've got this far. This little garden is such a big headache. This weed is terrible. And I'm not going to be planting this up right away because I want to make sure that I've gotten every root out. And I'll be working over this. Well, I've been working on it for the weekend and getting it totally rooted out of that stupid weed. Well, I've been working on this garden for a few days, and this is where it is. And I did some reading up on that creeping buttercup, and it's very invasive and hard to get rid of. And it really likes clay soil, which is what I have. So I ended up reading all of the advice on what to do. And what I ended up having to do is put Roundup on the area. You don't really want to do that, but I protected all the other plants as best I could, and I had to use it. Don't like using it, but I had to get rid of it, because if you even just leave a little tiny bit, it's going to come back, and I'm not going to put all this work into planting this area up to make it look beautiful to have that buttercup show up again. Anyways, I'll just have to wait a few days. What I've actually decided to do is give it a week or two, see if anything grows back, and then I can plant. What do you do? Anyways, have a good week. It's supposed to be really hot here this week with high humidity, and I got out here early this morning and treated the area, and I will show you updates when it's ready. Bye.